Empower woman today, empower her. Empower woman today, empower her. Empower woman today, empower her. Empower woman today.
My name is Dr. Frogo, also known as Mr. Peter Ostezwa. I will be championing the campaign, the Small Business Empowerment, to empower 500 women in Nigeria, precisely this year. We are targeting Lagos, Abuja, and Edo State. Please, can you join me on behalf of the Frogo Empowerment Foundation? Let's empower 500 vulnerable petty trader women in Nigeria this year, 2025. Last week, we launched the Small Business Empowerment as part of the Google Empowerment Foundation charity initiative to enable us to support vulnerable women in Nigeria. What do we mean by vulnerable women? We are talking about women you often find in the streets, hawking fruits, vegetables, and other products. You mostly, I don't know if you have visited Nigeria or Lagos, you see those women holding a tray on their head, hawking vegetable, fruit like mangoes and all that. We will be putting out a video that you can understand what we are talking about. These women, they are actually facing a lot of difficulties in their daily lives. Sometimes many of them do not even have money to start this business. They have to go and get to their vendors to lend them these products and they go and sell. Because most of these food, they are perishable goods. And at the end of the day, they have the pressure of having to even get a lender to give them the goods for them to go and sell the products I need to say. And they also face the other pressure from the customer because if they could not sell, the goods becomes perish. And as a result, they sell at a lower price. At the end of the day, the profits, they are realizing or generating through that business is extremely low. So at the end of the day, you actually saw some of these women on the street begging, either begging from relatives or begging from unknown people that feel they will be able to support them. So we have been seeing this as a very serious problem, basically in Nigeria. And the Frugal Empowerment Foundation decided to see, uh, to look into the situation and decided to look for more better way to assist these women so that instead of walking on the street, they can be empowered to own a small shop where they can gradually build their business or expand their business from there. We have also faced some women on the streets and asked them, why are you doing here? Or what are you doing here? They'll tell you, my dear, I don't have any option. I've been looking for a job. There's no job for me. And I've been looking for money to start up a business. The money is not there. Then I have to go. I don't have any option. I have to be on the streets. And when you look at some of these reasons, it does make sense because you have to survive as a human being. You're not do anything just to earn a living. So these are the people we are empowering this evening. So we started this project in the year 2022, 2023, 2024. We started by empowering six women the first year, and we see the impacts that have actually made. And most of them now they now own their own shop, and some of them they are now dealer. And we see the significance of empowering a woman in our community. So, which is why after last year, we also came back again and we gave them promise that we're going to try and empower uh, uh, 100 women. Fortunately enough, we were able to do that. And I'm sure if we're in Abuja November last year, you will see the news was circulating everywhere how the Frugal Empowerment Foundation was able to work with a range of other organizations within Abuja and Lagos to empower these 100 women. Now, this year, 2025, we we see the significance of the significance of the small business empowerment initiative, how this program or this project is actually making impact in the life of women. So we decided that we're going to expand the clinic. So this year we are targeting 500 women, and these 500 women, we're supporting each of them with 100,000 naira, which is equivalent of £50 each or $60 each, as the case may be. Today, I am here with my team. I'm here with the national manager of Frugal Empowerment Foundation, Mrs. Eunice Ibano, and I'm also here with uh, the General Secretary, Frugal Empowerment Foundation, Ms. Grace Ojichi. And I'm also here with project supervisor, Mr. Chus Ochi. Then again, well, I'm also here with our media manager, Mrs. Deborah here. So they will be joining me on this particular campaign, giving you all the information that requires, and also coming to tell you the significance of empowering a woman in our community. So, by the grace of God, I will need you to be patient, and while you don't just watch this video and just leave it like that. So I'll need you to hear the story of the women, these women that we are empowering. And I also need you to hear the story from our staffs who are actually on the ground on daily basis, empowering, helping to empowering these women. So I also need you to listen to our project professor as well as the rest of the team. Please, if this campaign touches you, maybe somehow you have suffered, probably that you lost your husband, till really listening, and not another has blessed you. Or somehow as well, you have been a victim of, maybe you don't have a dad while you were growing up. It was really your mother that took all the responsibility. You understand the pain, the suffering, and the struggle, and you want to support this campaign. So all the informations will be there. I don't want to say too much, but I want to ask you on behalf of the Frugal Empowerment Foundation to please join this campaign and to let's support 500 vulnerable women in our community this year, 2025. At this junction, I will be inviting the secretary of the Frugal Empowerment Foundation, who is also the project manager and the coordinator of the small business empowerment in Abuja, to tell us a story behind the small business empowerment in Abuja and how the project has been able to impact people within our locality. So, Grace or Gigi, can you come on the screen, please?
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to have you here once again. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Fuga for that background details of the SBE project. I am Ojiji Grace Ehi, and by privilege, I am the project coordinator, SBE FCT. So, FEF SBE started May 2020 when Mr. Peter Israel was in Nigeria, and he saw a lot of women on the streets, most of them young women, aged women, hawking the streets. When once you just slow down, they are rushing to sell their goods, and sometimes see them after doing that, they are also begging. That's because what they are selling is not really able to sustain them, not able to sustain their family. So after having a background check on this, he, as a philanthropist that he is, was moved to start a project. That was where the SBE, Small Business Empowerment Project, was dated. So by grace of God, we've been able to impact 123 women. In FCT year, we have 106 women who has been impacted by this project. How do we do this? We go on the streets of Abuja. We identify these women who are hawking, who are petty traders, who are selling on the floor, or even table sellers that their shop or table is as good as empty. So what we do, we tell them about this project, and once they key in their interests, register them. We organize a training session and orientation phase where we train them, we teach them business literacy, we teach them how to manage these funds. We don't just give them money because some of them they don't have this idea of how to manage the money. Even if we give them a very huge amount today, they might be unable to manage it. So that's the importance and the significance of the orientation phase where we teach them basic things, how to separate their business money from their personal money, how to how to save from their money, from how to separate capital from profit, and how to reinvest back into their business for possible expansion. So that's what the orientation phase basically is about. And after that, after we post the grand giving finale, which is the grant giving event, where we post these women all and we give them the grant seed of 100,000 naira each. Now, this is not a money for them to pay that. What we see as our own payback is their growth. Whereas we give them little time, 3 months, 4 months, we go back to see how far they have been able to utilize that funds given to them. Year 2025, we'll be having the third edition of the SBE FCT 2025, and we are set to do it on a larger scale this time around, which we are moving from 100 women, which we did last year in 2024, to 200 women this year in FCT. So we've been able to go down to streets, different geopolitical zones in Abuja. We've visited Karo, Kabusa, Nyanya. We visited Buari, Duse, Dawaki. We visited Kuje, Gwagwalada, Lugbe, Apo resettlement, and we went there not on the basis of um, women being arranged on ground. They don't even know the days we go there. So this is something we are doing not based on connection or anything. We just go to the streets, and when we see these women, we talk to them. We tell them about their interests. And so far, we've been able to register 200 women in Abuja. And the next phase after this is the orientation phase. And I would like to say very big thank you to our collaborators, Medan, who has been working hand in hand this year with us on this project. So we are currently working on the orientation phase, which is coming up September and October. We're having orientation phase in these different locations. Now, Smedan is going to be handling this training because they focus on small business and medium enterprises. So they are going to give them practical trainings, teach these women how to manage these funds, how to utilize these funds. We're also going to have practical entrepreneurs who will come and tell them their stories. That's to give them hope as well that, yes, there's a way you manage your funds that your business can start growing well and gradually you see the top. So we're putting all those things into arrangement, and by the grace of God, September, October, we'll be having the orientation phase for the SBE 2025. And after that, we're going to proceed to the grant giving event, which is coming up on the 29th of November this year, 2025, where 200 women will be going home with this whooping sum of 100,000 naira each to empower their business. Now, so many will be asking, why are we doing this? I would like to run a background story of some of our beneficiaries. When we met Mrs. Elizabeth Alache, Elizabeth Alache didn't have anything. She's a poor widow. She couldn't even sustain herself, not to talk about her children. But she was among the first batch A set of the SBE, and she was empowered with 100,000 naira. With that training that was given to her, she was able to utilize this money to open a provision shop. Now she sells not just provision, she sells fabric, this Ankara fabric in her shop. She sells some little household items. And to some extent, even if she's not there yet, it's a growth because she has been able to move from that stage of total lack to a stage where she has been able to at least put food on her table for a daily, for their daily need or their daily bread. She has been able to do something to sustain her daily need.
I thank Oga Fuga because he really try for me. The money he give me, now I take rent this up. The thing he do for us, the thing he do for me, the money he give to me, now I take join rent up. So I thank him when God will bless him.
To some extent, I want to talk about Mrs. Ebere, who we met in Amak Market in Ube. If you're a resident of Abuja, you'll be familiar with that place. And when we met her, her store was as good as empty. She didn't have anything. But from after the grant giving, from recent from recent visits to her shop, her business is doing so well. Mrs. Ebere has been her business where she has stocks in bags. She has bags of rice. She has cartons of tomatoes. She has packets of Maggi, bags of gari, and so many things. She sells so many things now. Her shop is doing so well. I want to talk about Mrs. Peter, who we also met in Life Camp. Mrs. Peter was lamenting when we met her because she didn't have anything. She was literally collecting things on credit. And you know, these traders, when you don't have the money to purchase from them, there's a way they behave towards you. First of all, they won't even give you the ideal quantity they are supposed to give you for the amount you are buying those items. That's because you don't even have that money to give to them yet. So they play this demigod over them and they just give them whatever they decide to give them. These women go and they just get what they can get. But from our recent visit to her shop, she was so happy. She said she's selling in cartons now. She deals with drinks and snacks. She has packs of drinks. She has cartons of gala, cartons of biscuits, and her business is growing so well, growing so well, and she's doing so well. So now you can see how this business has been able to impact life. Sometimes these women they deal with perishable goods. When you go, it's one thing or the other. Either it's raining, it's either the task force are pursuing them not to sell at a particular spot, and before you know it, the day is already over, and they don't if they are even unable to sell these products, and it's a total loss on their end. First of all, they are collecting on credit. Secondly, they because they are panicking or they are trying to settle rainfall because they don't have a shop or dealing with tax force or one thing or the other, or even having issues with those they are squatting with in their shops. At the end of the day, they are unable to sell these products and it's perished. They are losing, they still have to pay the people they collected from on credit, they go home with nothing. So with this SBE project, it's something that even if it will not take them that high, if there's a shift in their business, there's a shift in their life. And when you are doing this, when you are supporting these women, you're not just supporting her alone. There's a saying that goes that when you empower a woman, you empower a nation. Some of these women, they have children that are looking up to them. a lot of them are widows. When you hear their personal stories, you'll be touched, you'll be moved, and you will not have any option than to help them or assist them. And I'm so grateful for the platform Rural Empowerment Foundation is giving to these women through the SBE project to see and give them hope that they are not alone in the struggle. And I would like to encourage you all. 100,000 naira can go a long way in the lives of these women. 50 pounds can go a long way. You might decide to empower one woman, you might decide to empower two women, you might decide to empower five women. It will go a long way in their lives. And we are also not just giving them this money and letting them go. We are giving you this assurance that we're following up with them to make sure they utilize this money. In case you are having a doubt that, oh, you just give them and they use it for something else. No, they are under very strict supervision. In as much as they are not paying back, they are under strict supervision to ensure that this money is utilized and they channel it to the right places in their business. So I would like to encourage you all to key into the Rural Empowerment Foundation SBE project. Empower a woman, empower a family, empower a community, empower a nation. Thank you very much. And I'll hand over to the next year. I'm a GG Grace.
Thank you very much, Ms. Grace Ochichi. And I'm sure you can see her face and how much this lady has joined the Frugal Foundation, dedicating herself, working day and night just to be sure, just to make sure, see that a lady is empowered in a street. And I want to say thank you so much, Ms. Grace Ochichi. Thank you very much. Uh, I will be inviting the general manager, uh, the Frugal Empowerment Foundation, is Mrs. Eunice Ibano. So come and talk about the significance of empowering the women in our community. I mean, empowering the woman in Nigeria as a whole currently. So, Mrs. Eunice Ibano, please, can we see you on the screen to talk about the significance of empowering the women in our community? And have also worked with the Frugal Empowerment Foundation. Personal experience, what hope does that give you empowering a woman in our community?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Fruga. Thank you very much, Dr. Fruga. Good day, Africa. We are still on our live campaign for the SBE. So it's all about SBE 2025. Good day, Africa, wherever you're in us from. My name is Eunice Igbanu, the manager, the national manager, Frugal Empowerment Foundation. And I'm here to talk about the significance of this small business empowerment. SBE is such a powerful way to make a positive impact in our communities. You know why? Because women are involved. It's all about women empowerment. Empowering and supporting street traders. This is what the Frugal Empowerment Foundation wants to take these street traders off the street. So by supporting and empowering these street traders with financial resources to help grow their business and also improve their lives. So this SBE is such a powerful way of building the nation because women are the nation builders. Women are very important. Just like how the coordinating director of this SBE project spoke about, Dr. Fruga found these women on the street when he came to Nigeria, and he saw that it will not be fair to let these women continue to hawk on the street all their lives, which is why this initiative came out, taking them off the street and making them to become CEOs and shop owners, which is why we are out here soliciting, calling on good, kind-hearted people of Nigeria to come out. Let's support and empower these women with more money, financial resources, because by investing in this women's business, you are taking them off the street. Those challenges that they face there whenever they are on the street hawking, at least they have a comfortable place that they can sit, make themselves, and at the end of the day, they are happy. You're also reducing the cost of poverty by empowering these women. Just like how we earlier mentioned, when these men are on the street, the little they have to work, some of these goods get bad because what? They are not able to work all day and sell. Is it to talk about those dangers that are on the street? Some of these women not into accidents, even bandits, all these other attacks these women experience. So the Frugal Empowerment Foundation is out here speaking and soliciting with you all to join. Let's make these women CEOs. Let's make them business owners. Let's help them grow in their business and change their lives, impact in them for better. And we can't do all this all by ourselves. That is why we are out here. Are you a lover of a woman? Do you want to see women become directors? Do you want to see them become CEOs of their own businesses? We call on you to come out. Come and impact in a woman's life. Impact in their lives by investing in their businesses. This is going to be the best impact you can ever do in their lives. 100,000 naira is very okay. Come join the Frugal Empowerment Foundation. Let's put smiles on the faces of these women. Let's better their lives. Let's better their businesses. Let's make them be able to carry on their businesses happy and fulfilling. Please join the Frugal Empowerment Foundation team as we are start our campaign. Nothing is too small. Whatever you have will go a long way and can change their businesses and also their lives. So, by doing this, we can build stronger and create a brighter future for all. Because empowering a woman, we're empowering a whole community and a whole nation. Thank you. I'm so happy to be part of this initiative that wants to take the street women off the street and becoming their own orgas, shop owners. I know that is what we also want. We want to see women happy and in doing business. At least these women are not beggars. They are the women who have the little resources and they are also working to do. We support them financially with 100,000 naira for them to be able to start up their business. So please join the Women Foundation team to support the small business empowerment women. Thank you very much. God bless you as we join. Thank you, Dr. Fruga. Thank you, Secretary Grace. We appreciate you for all you are doing. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Tivano, thank you so much. You have great voice to women from the very day one. we identify you as one of those great, humanitarian activists in Nigeria there, and your passion for humanity is doubted. I want to say thank you for your spoken words of wisdom and encouraging communities to understand the significance of empowering women in our communities. Please, if you're watching us right now, we are here for a single purpose: to empower 500 women with the sum of 50 pounds or 100 naira each, either for a business boost or for a business empowerment, okay, a business startup. Please, we are currently seeking for your help, your support to enable us to achieve this. Do not forget, just like the manager said, that empowering a woman, it doesn't mean you're empowering one person, you are empowering lots of people this reason. So imagine you have a woman that has 5 children, yeah, and she's not empowered. She can do business successfully, she can earn a very good profit. It means this woman will be able to, provide food for her children, and also be able to send her children to school. And in that way, just look at the overall benefits of that. The children end up going to school, becoming useful to the community. And she herself, she's very happy. She has a fulfillment. I have been able to do this for my family. So there's no doubt that the small business empowerment is a very good campaign. Please let us put our hands together. Let us try whatever it is. Whatever it is, just propose this small business empowerment. We'll be inviting one of our teammates to come and talk about how you can contribute to the small business empowerment. But at this stage, you can even see the information on what the SBE is all about and how the information that enable you to know where you're supposed to go support this program. But meanwhile, one of our officials will also come later on to educate you on this particular subject. I will be inviting Mr. Chips Oche, the supervisor for the Small Business Empowerment uh, uh, Women Initiative in Nigeria there. So Mr. Chips Oche has actually worked in a range of departments within the Frugal Empowerment Foundation, be it content editor, program manager, events, and so many areas. And it's a man that actually has a lot of experience in many fields. And I want to say it's not even just bringing him here to talk about the SBE, but I personally, on behalf of the Frugal Foundation, we always appreciate the efforts and the impact this particular person has made to the Frugal Empowerment Foundation and to the community at large, because we are proud that the Frugal Foundation has been able to reach out to over 2.4 million communities across the world today. Honestly, all these achievements, we wouldn't really achieve it without, our team sitting down with you now, especially when it comes to our project supervisors. So, Mr. Chus Oche, we'll be inviting you to the screen to talk about your personal experience and the structure behind the small business empowerment and how you intend to work with the rest of the project manager to ensure that the small business empowerment, achieve its own, full goal. So we will be, Mr. Chu Sochi, please, can you come on this place, please?
So I want to start by appreciating the entire team. Thank you so much, Mr. Fruga, Dr. Peter Seswa, and the national manager, Grace Ojiji, the secretary and SBE coordinator. Of course, Debbie, our media manager. I'll say for me, the SBE project has been such a hilarious experience, given the fact that we have had to go through the deep and thin. I remember last year, before November, when we had to go around and do registration and then the orientation. You needed to see, first was the disbelief in the women that such a help could come, and then was the joy that such a help came. And I want to say that it was really a very great experience. And as project supervisor, we had to ensure that these women are not just giving funds alone. We also had to put them through training, ensuring that they understand how to grow their nano business like the Sweden would term it, and then ensuring that they also understand the rules of saving. And then we had to also emphasize strongly that whatsoever funds they are getting, they have to channel direct back to their businesses. And it's been very hilarious, working with the entire team. It wasn't really a very easy process from the registration. I remember on the 28th of November 2024 when we were putting everything together to ensure that the women who were beneficiaries got what they needed. You need to go through the account details, you need to go through their profile, check out their ID card, ensure everything is properly spelled, and then making sure that the person who registered and who should be beneficiary gets the fund. So we ensure that the fund is not misdirected. By misdirection, we mean that they get into the account of the people who have to use them. And it's been very hilarious also, like Grace Ojiji, he mentioned as the project coordinator. We have to go back to see how these funds has been utilized, and the testimonies are out there, like you did see in the video after Grace's comment. We are so excited in 2025 to also upscale these projects. Trying to, last year for FCT it was 100, now this year is 200, and we also dream of having Lagos and Edo as part of this project as well. We have gone round for FCT, we've achieved the registration. In fact, the women are waiting for the orientation process, and this time we are having orientation and training. And thanks to Sweden, who is also partnering with us to ensure that the training is effective and they get the right training, especially for the women, to ensure that they can project and grow their business through the fund they are going to receive and through the knowledge they are going to get from the training. So Sweden is committed to ensuring that this training is done. Now, another thing is very important. The way you're dealing with these people who are struggling in business as a foundation, we try to ensure that we don't overburden them. By overburdening them, I mean that the training and the orientation have to be close to them. So we have Nyanya and Carol having their center somewhere around Nyanya, which is very close to them, so we don't take them so far from their business, so far from their home. And then we have Lube, Kuje, and Gwagwalada having their somewhere around Kuje, correct. Yeah, and we want to also use this opportunity to also appreciate the parishioners at St. Kizito, who is offering us the space for the orientation and training that is for Ube, Kuje, and Gwagwalada. And to at Buhari, Duse, and Dawaki, they are also very close to the roots. That's at Finike and Green School, and we appreciate the management of Finike and Green School for partnering with us on this. And at Kabusa, we were able to also, the bed themselves were able to get a spot in the market where this training will. It's been very hilarious having to work with them, having them the assistants, but making sure you don't stress them out in trying to give this assistance. For me, it's been a very good experience, and I am highly elated and grateful to the Frugal Empowerment Foundation, the team, the entire team, for making it possible for us to be part of this. And I want to say, may this 2025 edition bring more impactful success to all we have done, and make it possible for us to achieve more success. And I want to also add my voice to every of the team members to say, if you have not donated, if you have not contributed, you can do this. You can touch a woman's life, you can empower her, and lift the family out of the struggles. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful speech. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate you have actually you've given a very strong vote for the SBE. Please, once again, while we are here, we are empowering 500 women with a business grant of £50 or 100,000 naira each this 2025. As you see on the screen, the information on how you can support this project, how you can donate to empower a woman this 2025 is on the screen. In spite of that, we have also mentioned key individuals within the Nigerian community, and some of them we will be calling out today. So either you are directly related to these people, or somehow, what within their industry, you have, a means of reaching out to them to let them know what's currently happening. Because you're supporting the small business empowerment project under the Frugal Empowerment Foundation. It's not just your supporting, but it's actually what we are able to do within our reach to enable the world to know how you are empowering women in our community. So I think on that count we mentioned Dangote, Dr. Dr. Aliko Dangote of Nigeria, which is also known as the richest black man on earth today. Dr. Aliko Dangote, we are calling you to join us to support women. So our office will also be reaching out to your office. So whatever, no matter how, so we will be so pleased to let us know how much you might be supporting us, or how many women you might be using our platform to support this 2025 on the small business empowerment. We will also be asking for Mr. Prince Oyema, the owner and the CEO of Airpeace Nigeria, to please come out and let us know, or please support the small women empowerment project as we are empowering women in our community. So we'll be looking forward to see how many women you will be joining us to support this season. I will be calling out Dr. Adenuga. Yeah. Please join us to support women this year. please, all these vulnerable women, they are calling out for you because they look up to you and because they believe you will be able to use this platform to support them. This is now, so we'll be reaching out to most of those the Nigerian top celebrity. We're talking about someone of New Jersey who has actually done extremely work within the Nigerian music industry. Uh, Sanaton Jersey, Shibaba, yeah? Please just see whatever you're able to join us to do to support these women this season. So please, we're begging you to just say, I know you've always been very there, very, very charitable all the time. Peace Square, the Peace Square themselves, I'm not referring to just one Peace Square. We're talking about the Peter and Paul. Please, we want to see how much you will be able to join us to support these vulnerable women in our community this year. Now we talk about we'll be calling on our brother. I want to say first of all, happy marriage life to my great brother, a very great friend, uh, Davido. Davido, Davido. Please, we are calling you to join us to support the vulnerable women in our streets as we determine to empower 500 women this year with 100,000 naira each. Please, we are calling out to you. And we want to, there's somebody I respect so much, like a very good role model, the Queen of Nigeria. I can describe it like that. Somebody highly respected, the wife of Davido, Chioma. So the way you portray yourself, the way you organize yourself, the way you coordinate yourself, you're leaving a legacy that the young Nigerian ladies they could emulate to become another queen of Nigeria of tomorrow. We respect you so much. On behalf of this Football Foundation, we are calling out to please, Chairman, work with the husband to support the vulnerable women in our community this year. I want to call on my sister, our great uh, princess of Afrobeat, Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage, honestly, every time I listen to your song, I don't know, I'm just so inspired. I've never seen anyone sing like you, to be honest. So you have designed a separate model for the Afrobeat music, and it has gone global. I want to say thank you, first of all, for your work. The Frugal Foundation will not really mind to give you the opportunity to be an ambassador for the small business empowerment for empowering women in Nigeria. We will not mind. Please, we are leaving that particular space, that position for you, the female or the women ambassador for the small business empowerment. We will need you to pay that. Please, we are calling out to you to reach out to us, or we will reach out to you to also let us know how many women you will be supporting this year. So we'll be calling out, I think there's so many celebrities in Nigeria. We're calling out to Whiskey. Whiskey, a great guy, one of the best Nigerian singers that we've ever seen in our time. So I can't relate you because the way you do your work, we are calling out to you to please to join us to further this more business empowerment for the women this year. So we are empowering this round of the women. With your help, we know we'll be able to get there. So I'll be calling out uh, Christian. The Christian is Christian. Honestly, your music is just so phenomenal. Just so phenomenal. Please, we are calling out to you to please join us to support the small business empowerment. The list goes on and on and on. So you have to call everybody. You see, it seems that we will not even live here today. But please, whether I mention your name, I do not mention your name. This project is about empowering women. The UK diaspora, and the UK people, they've done so much to support the Frugal Foundation Small Business Empowerment. So we are asking, we are calling you today to please see whatever you are able to do to join us to support uh, the that is here by the grace of God. Please, by the grace of God, we know we will definitely get there. I'm calling on Mr. President, Mr. President, uh, Chief President, Chief Ahmed Tinubu. I was in Abuja actually, where I see how you have actually been helping to set up programs that will empower women in our community. And I attended one of your forum, which was championed by the Vice President of Nigeria, Chief Vice President Honorable Shetima. And honestly, I was so inspired to see what your administration is currently doing, empowering women in our community. So we will be very happy to work in partnership with you, your office, to be able to reach out to more women this year. So this women empowerment program, we're not limiting it to just this year, next year, or things like that. So we want it to continue until all the women in the street we're able to empower them and they now have a place in our community and being able to empower themselves and empower their families. I want to say thank you very much, all of you who are watching me right now. The music I said earlier, the Empower Her song, as you would have already noticed that it's been playing on the background. We will have a section where we have to play that song so you know. The video is coming very soon. So for those of you who want to participate or who want to partner with us, that reminds me, I want to appreciate quickly the Oyeyere Foundation for your partnership. I want to appreciate uh, Faith Hito for your business mentorship for the Empire Small Business Empowerment last year. And I also want to appreciate the Abuja Municipal Council for your coming to express your view about the significance of empowering women in our community and also being able to partner with the Frugal Empowerment Foundation. I think I don't even know how to describe the impact you have put into the project itself. We are very, very grateful. And last year, we tried to invite the Minister of FCT, Abuja, to attend the Small Business Empowerment. But I think the Minister, uh, His Excellency Wiki Nancy, he was extremely busy. But we are hoping by the grace of God this year, we will be able to bring him in to come and make his own input on how his office is, helping to empower women in the community. We are very sure, but we can see because it's also like just like the secretary said, the secretary said just now that sometimes the task men always pursue these women in the streets. Actually, we are supporting the office of the FCT to remove these women from the streets and plant them in a place where they can confidently settle their business and run their businesses. So we will be very happy to have the minister of the FCT, His Excellency, uh, next week. Thank you very much. We'll be hoping to see you on the small business empowerment. I Understand widows fighting every day. So keep up my life. I see how they cry. My voice strong, well. Understand widows fighting every day. So keep up my life. Ever who want to them. Ever who want to them. Ever who want to them.